Hello foodies, welcome back to Food Edge, and today in this video we are going to see another important topic in food technology, and in fact this topic forms the basis for any food or food ingredient, and that is food chemistry. So food chemistry is a very vast subject where you have a lot of topics to be covered. So we will see every topic in a series of lectures. Moving on to the syllabus, I have combined the syllabus of IIFPT and GATE and formed this pattern. So we will be covering every topic in a series of videos. So we'll start with carbohydrates and we'll move on to proteins and then lipids, pigments, food flavors, enzymes, nutrition, chemical and biochemical changes. So this will also be helpful for the TANSET and like the Tanva's preparing students also, and also for students or the candidates who are appearing for any other food related field where you have chemistry in it. So moving on to the introduction to carbohydrates and monosaccharides are what we are going to see today. So the carbohydrates may be simple or complex organic compounds containing carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. They yield 4 calories per gram on consumption. So the general formula is CN whole bracket H2ON, and the grains, especially the cereals, are rich source of carbohydrates. And other than that, the honey, which is rich in fructose, the table sugar that is rich in sucrose, and breads, jams comes under the rich sources of carbohydrates. So the types of carbohydrates are the monosaccharides, disaccharides and polysaccharides. You have one other type called the oligosaccharides that comes under di and polysaccharides, but it has not much importance in the food field. So, but we will be discussing later on. So the monosaccharides are the simplest form of carbohydrates. That is, they cannot be further divided into smaller units on hydrolysis. So they are actually the smaller units. So the disaccharides are contain 2 monosaccharide units joined together and they form the disaccharide, whereas the chain of monosaccharide units joined together forming a complex polymer forms the polysaccharide. So important food carbohydrates include the simple sugar, that is the monosaccharides, then the dextrins, then starches, cellulose, hemicellulose, pectins, gums and dietary fiber. So the uses are generally used as sweeteners, thickeners, stabilizers, gelling agents and fat replacers. So moving on to the next, it is the introduction to monosaccharides. So based on the number of carbon atoms present, the monosaccharide can be classified as triose, tetrose, pentose and hexose. So the minimum number of carbon atom present in the monosaccharide is 3, that is starting from triose, and the maximum is 6, that is the hexose. So the triose are the three carbon atom compounds with 1 chiral center, and one example is glycerose. So the tetrose are the 4 carbon atom compounds with 2 chiral centers, and example is erythrose. And the pentose is a 5 carbon compound with 3 chiral centers, and an example is ribose. So the hexose is a 6 carbon atom with 4 chiral centers, and the example is glucose, galactose, etc. So the glyceraldehyde or the glycerose is what we saw as a triose. It is the simplest form of carbohydrates, or it is the simplest form of aldose sugar. So we'll say what is aldose and ketose in the next slide. So it is a triose monosaccharide with chemical formula C3H6O3. So this variation in the chemical formula is due to the carbon, hydrogen and oxygen ratio, that is 1:2:1. So in the glycerol molecule, one of its OH, that is the alcohol group, is alone oxidized to the aldehyde, that is the CHO group, forming the glyceraldehyde molecule. So this is an introduction to glyceraldehyde or the glycerose, and it is the simplest form of aldose or the monosaccharide sugar. So moving on to the next. So we saw the classification of monosaccharides based on the number of carbon atom. Here we'll see the classification of monosaccharides based on their functional group. So based on the functional group, they are classified as aldoses and ketoses. Aldoses contains the aldehyde, that is the CHO, as their functional group, whereas the ketoses contains the ketone, that is the C double bond O, as their functional group. So example of aldose is glucose, and example of ketose is fructose, considering the hexose part of the monosaccharide. And there are also triose, tetrose, and pentose aldose sugars and ketose sugars, which we will discuss in the upcoming slides. So, as considering the hexose, both this glucose and fructose, though having different functional group, have the same molecular formula, that is C6H12 and O6. So the monosaccharides are the building block of disaccharide, oligosaccharide, and polysaccharide. So the very important monosaccharide is the glucose, which plays a very important role in the metabolism of energy, where the chemical energy is extracted through glycolysis and citric acid cycle to provide energy to the living organisms. So it plays a very important role in energy generating mechanism taking place in the living body. So moving on to the next, let us see the Rosanov structure of D-aldosis. So Rosanov is the person who classified the monosaccharides based on structure, and this is his classified structure. So here the round part on the top indicates the functional group, that is the aldose group. As we are seeing aldose sugar, it is the aldehyde group seen here. And the straight line represents the position of OH, that is the alcohol part of the molecule, that is the hydroxyl group present, the portion of hydroxyl group. So from glycerose, it's classified as erythrose and threose, and erythrose is further classified as ribose, arabinose, and threose is classified as xylose and lysose, and the ribose is further divided into allose, altrose, and the arabinose is divided into glucose, mannose, and xylose is divided into glucose and idose, and the lysose is divided into galactose and talose. So these are all the aldose sugars of monosaccharides. Okay. So this D we will see in the isomerization part, where D is dextrorotatory, and one corresponding for D is the L sugars, that is the levorotatory sugars. So we'll discuss in detail in the isomerization part. So these are the aldose monosaccharide sugars. So example of ketose monosaccharide sugars are the dihydroxyacetone, or else it is also called as glycerone, and it has the formula C3H6O3. It is the same as the glycerose or the glyceraldehyde where we saw. So next is the erythrulose. It has the same formula as erythrose, that is a tetrose sugar, that is C4H8 and O4. And the other one is ribulose and xylulose, which are the same as the ribose and xylose of aldose sugar. And they are the pentose sugars having the formula C5H10 and O5. And the next is the C6H12 and O6 molecules, that is the hexose ketose sugars. And this contains the piscose, fructose, sorbose, and tagatose. So that is all about the introduction to the aldose and ketose sugars and the monosaccharides, and also about the carbohydrates. So further we will discuss in detail about monosaccharide, glucose, fructose, and also its chemical reactions, isomerization, and everything in the upcoming series of videos, and also about the other monosaccharides and disaccharides and trisaccharides and its reactions taking place. So until then, stay tuned, know and learn more about food technology. Thank you.